Welcome to Listen and Grow Books. Today we explore one of the most profound psychological memoirs of the 20th century, Man's Search for Meaning, by Viktor E. Frankl. Before we dive into the lessons, let's understand the man behind the message. Viktor Frankl was an Austrian neurologist, psychiatrist and Holocaust survivor. He endured 4 Nazi concentration camps, including Auschwitz. During this time, he lost nearly everything: his parents, his brother, and his pregnant wife. But amid the darkness, Frankl noticed something extraordinary. Some prisoners, despite facing daily horrors, found the strength to keep going. As a doctor and a thinker, Frankl began to ask, what gives life meaning when everything is taken away? Why do some endure while others collapse? Man's Search for Meaning is his answer. It's not just a story of survival, it's a meditation on the resilience of the human spirit and the deep need we all have to find meaning in our suffering. Surviving the camps. Life reduced to its essence. In the camps, every shred of normal life was stripped away. People were crammed into freezing barracks, starved, beaten, and treated as less than human. Dignity became a luxury. Yet somehow the will to live still flickered in some hearts. Frankl writes vividly about life in the camps, how even a crust of bread or a glimpse of the sunset could bring a moment of grace. He observed that prisoners who gave up on life, who saw no reason to continue, would deteriorate quickly. But those who held on to even a sliver of meaning, no matter how fragile, often found incredible inner strength. He reminds us that survival is not purely physical, it is deeply spiritual. Even in conditions of total oppression, the soul can remain free. Frankl's insight was simple yet powerful. When we have a why to live, we can endure almost any how. Choice, even in suffering. One of Frankl's most moving revelations is that even when everything is taken from us, one freedom remains: the freedom to choose how we respond. In the most brutal conditions, he saw men who refused to give up their humanity. One prisoner shared his food. Another whispered encouragement. These weren't grand acts, but in that context they were heroic. Frankl himself chose to see suffering not as senseless cruelty, but as a test of inner strength. He believed that no matter the situation, we could preserve our moral compass. We could retain our identity. This idea that we can choose our attitude is incredibly empowering. It gives us back control, even in chaos. We may not choose what happens to us, but we can always choose who we become through it. Meaning is found, not given. Frankl's philosophy rests on one core belief: life does not owe us meaning. We must find it ourselves. He challenges us to stop asking, what can I get out of life? And start asking, what is life asking of me right now? Meaning isn't something handed to us in a perfect package. It emerges through experience, through love, work, suffering, and service. It's discovered in small moments as much as big milestones. Frankl believed that each person's meaning is unique. There is no universal formula. What gives your life purpose might be invisible to someone else, but if it fills you with resolve, it's real. In this way, he reframes the human journey not as a pursuit of pleasure, but as a mission of contribution. 3 ways we find meaning. Frankl describes 3 primary paths to discovering meaning in our lives. 1. Through creative work or achievement. Whether you're building a business, painting a canvas, or simply doing your job with care, putting something into the world that didn't exist before gives life substance. The act of creation connects us to something beyond survival. 2. Through love and deep connection. For Frankl, thinking of his wife gave him strength. Even without knowing if she was alive, the act of loving her brought meaning. In a world where everything had been taken from him, love remained. It reminded him that connection transcends physical presence. And lastly, through the attitude we take toward unavoidable suffering. This may be the hardest path, but also the most transformative. When we can't change our suffering, we are invited to grow through it, to stand tall in the storm, to endure with courage and grace. These pathways are not abstract, they are lived. Every day offers the opportunity to choose one. Happiness is a byproduct, not a goal. Frankl warns us against chasing happiness as a goal in itself. When we obsess over feeling good, we often end up feeling worse. He writes, "Happiness cannot be pursued, it must ensue." That is, happiness is a natural result of a meaningful life, not the other way around. When we are deeply involved in a cause, in serving others, in loving well, joy follows quietly. It sneaks in, not with fanfare, but with peace. So rather than ask, "How can I be happy?" we might ask, "How can I live with purpose? How can I give?" It's in that giving that happiness reveals itself. Suffering is part of life, but it can have meaning. Frankl doesn't romanticize pain, but he believes that suffering, when unavoidable, can be transformed. He tells the story of a man who lost his wife and was drowning in grief. Frankl helped him see that by surviving her, he had spared her this very sorrow. His pain became an act of love. When we face hardship, we often ask, "Why me?" But Frankl invites us to ask, "What for? What can I learn from this? Who can I become through this?" He believed that suffering gives us the chance to refine our character, deepen our empathy, and develop an inner strength that nothing else can teach. Suffering may shape us, but it does not have to define us. Final thoughts. The enduring legacy. Viktor Frankl survived the unspeakable and built a life of service. He became a renowned teacher, author, and therapist. But more importantly, he became a guide, a voice reminding us of our own strength. His message is timeless. Even when life is brutal, even when we are lost, we can choose to live with meaning. He writes, "Life is never made unbearable by circumstances, but only by lack of meaning and purpose." So today, whatever you're facing, ask not, "What can I take from life?" but "What can I give to it?" Ask, "What mission is mine to fulfill?" In answering that, you begin to live not just a longer life, but a deeper one. If this summary resonated with you, please like and subscribe to Listen and Grow Books. And if you're ready to dive deeper, consider reading Man's Search for Meaning by Viktor E. Frankl. You'll find the link in the description below. Until next time, live with meaning, lead with purpose, and hold on to hope.